Hello everyone, welcome back to this video on digital communication. In this video I am going to talk about the optimum receiver or optimum filter. I have already introduced the optimum filter in my previous video and it is coming under the performance analysis of digital communication system. So now in this video I am going to talk about the SNR of the optimum filter and the transfer function of the optimum filter. So in my previous video I already told about the probability of error of the optimum filter, which was equal to 1 by half error function x01 minus x02 upon 2 root 2 sigma. So this was the probability of error. So now I am denoting Pt is equal to x01 minus x02. So replacing the probability of error with Pt. So the probability of error is equal to 1 by 2 error function. So x01 minus x02 is equal to Pt. So here I'll put Pt upon 2 root 2 sigma. So now if I denote it with the help of square of this value. So because here I have a root term, so I can denote it as 1 by 2 error function under root of, so I'll take now square of this value, which is p square t upon 2 root 2 square. 2 square would be 4 into 2, which would be 8 into sigma square. So this is the representation of error function in the form of pt. So now if I talk about the SNR is represented by gamma square, so it is equal to p square t. So now pt is my amplitude, it is denoting the amplitude. So signal amplitude square upon noise amplitude square. Noise amplitude square is represented by sigma. So now if I talk about P output F is equal to P input F into HF, as it is following the linear equation. P input F is multiplied with the transfer function of the system and it is producing the P output F. So this is F. So now P output F would be P input F into HF. So now if I have to find out P output T, so it would be minus infinity to infinity inverse Fourier transform of PF. So if I have to find out the time analysis from the frequency analysis, I'll do the inverse Fourier transform. So e raised to power j 2 pi ft df. So now I'll put the value of P naught F. P naught F is P input F into HF. So minus infinity to infinity P input F into HF e raised to power j 2 pi ft df. So now the quantity I need to know is P square T. So P naught square T would be equal to minus infinity to infinity P input F HF e raised to power j 2 pi ft df whole square. So now I know this term. So now if I'll talk about the second term is the noise sigma square. So similarly an output F. So this is the power spectral density. So power spectral density follows this principle. It is multiplied with h of square of F to get, here I have an input, here an output. So now n output F is equal to h square F into n input F, where n output is the noise power spectral density at output and n input is the power spectral density of noise at the input. So it is related to the transfer function with the square. I have already told you it in the properties of the power spectral density. So now I can write n output F is equal to h square F and input F. So now I can write it as minus infinity to infinity So if I have to find out sigma square, it is related to the power spectral density like this. It is equal to the integration of the power spectral density. So sigma square is the power. Power can be found out using the integration of the power spectral density over the area. So now this rho is equal to, gamma is equal to so now it is equal to this. So now if I talk about the Schwarz inequality, I need to solve this, and it is a big function, so it can be solved using the Schwarz inequality. According to the Schwarz inequality, so according to the Schwarz inequality, if I have the function in the form minus infinity to infinity integration xf yf df square upon minus infinity to infinity integration x square f df, it is less than equal to minus infinity to infinity y square f df. So now here I need to identify yf and xf. xf is equal to hf into nif under root and yf. So now yf would be 1 upon under root nif into pif into e raised to power j 2 pi ft. So this is my yf. So now I need to find out the gamma square. So it is less than equal to, according to the Schwarz inequality, this is my gamma, it is less than equal to minus infinity to infinity y square f. So 1 upon under root nif into pif into e raised to power j 2 pi ft square. So now if I have to take it less than or equal to, so now the minimum value would be at t is equal to minus infinity. At t is equal to minus infinity, this term would become 1. So now gamma square would be equal to minus infinity to infinity 1 up p square if upon nif df. So this is my SNR. So this is denoting my signal to noise ratio. So now the another formula which denotes the Schwarz inequality is, so now according to the Schwarz inequality, the first outcome would be this and the second outcome is this. So xf is equal to k p star f. So I need to find out the transfer function as well. So when I need to find out transfer function, I'll use this equation of the Schwarz inequality. So xf is now hf into under root nif. It is equal to k into p star f. So p star, this star represents the complex conjugate. So now k into 1 upon nif under root pif, and the complex conjugate of e raised to power j 2 pi ft would be e raised to power minus j 2 pi ft. So now this ni under root ni would go this side and get multiplied. So hf, so this is the transfer function which I need to know, is equal to k into 1 upon, so under root ni into under root ni would be ni into f pi into f e raised to power minus j 2 pi ft. So this is my transfer function. So I hope now you are clear with the transfer function. Now this is my optimum receiver. So now what is the So now when I took NIF to be the Gaussian or additive white Gaussian noise which has the power spectral density is equal to N0 by 2, that time this would be the transfer function of the meshed filter. So the meshed filter is the special case of the optimum filter where the noise power or the noise power spectral density is taken to be equal to the additive white Gaussian noise power spectral density, which is N0 by 2. So in my next video I am going to talk in detail about the meshed filter. So stay tuned for the next video, because that is going to be a very important video, because meshed filter comes in the various examinations and the competitive examinations as well, and in the university examination it is very popular as well. So I hope you like this video. If you like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel and push the like button. Thank you.